We've been doing all over the Far East. You just smile. If anything goes wrong, you just smile. You say, "You lousy stinker," and you just smile. But the keep smiling thing until you want to shove somebody's head through the window, you know. But the smiling thing works all the time. But it was very interesting, despite the fact that you can't speak the language. Being an actor really helps, you know, because you can do all kinds of mad pantomime. I wish Bobby Lewis could hear this because he'd love it. All the meme that I've had to employ, and Andy has since we've been out here. I have here now at 7 o'clock at night, the Terror of the Western World, female version, finally fell asleep. And of course, you might know, it was just before they served dinner. Dana is musing. He had a half-hour sleep, and Duncan is too exhausted to move, and he won't sleep. Aha, at last, dinner came, we got over with that, and everybody was restive, and the kids were up and down the aisles. And we still had 3 hours to go to Tokyo. And I have written down, this is awful. Finally, I got up and sang for the kids. And another mother got up and decided to conduct a nursery school in the last 3 seats. We were all pretty desperate. There were about 5 other small children on the plane. But pretty soon, and unbelievably, the islands of Japan started to loom up beneath us. And of course, the excitement of us seeing Andy, I thought we'd all lose our minds. When I looked down and I realized where we were, I said to the 2 army generals that right directly in back of us, "Don't you feel just a little bit like Jimmy Doolittle?" as we started to approach Tokyo. It seemed a strange thing indeed to fly over that island that had been our enemy so long. And since all our childhood was, my childhood was spent, you know, and it was a very, very strange feeling indeed. We arrived there at 4:25 Tokyo time, which would have been, 3 hours behind, 4 hours behind Hawaiian time, on the 23rd of June, which was an entire day ahead. And at one point in mid-Pacific, we had lost a day as we crossed the international date line over Wake Island. And so we left on the 22nd of June, and 8 hours later, we arrived on the 23rd of June without ever going through any night at all. And there, in Tokyo Airport, out like some great VIP, was Daddy standing with his badge on his lapel, looking marvelous, camera in hand. And of course, I almost wanted to land the plane myself, and so did the kids. We were hanging, and the whole plane knew we were meeting Daddy. And curiously enough, behind Daddy was this enormous crowd of Japanese. And the army general said to me, "My God," he said, "did your husband get out a whole contingent of Japanese to meet you?" Well, it turned out that the mayor of Tokyo was on the plane with us. So after we met Andy and had big hugs and kisses, we followed through customs. That was very interesting, incidentally, going through Japanese customs. They were very nice, but all of them looked like samurai warriors to me anyway. But they pushed us through customs fast. We followed the mayor, and the entire city of Tokyo, all the young kids, seemed to be out there waving flags. A strange thing to see that flag, incidentally. Very strange thing. In great profusion, that Japanese flag. But anyway, we walked the gauntlet, much to the hilarity of everybody, because they thought we were guests of the mayor of Tokyo, I guess, and so we proudly greeted the citizens of Tokyo as though it was just a scream. The hotel we stayed at was the Sanbancho Hotel, and of course you can imagine just about how exhausted we were. We were absolutely done in. The kids better than I was. I could just about see straight. I was so tired. I got there. Andy was played Santa Claus and brought all the most beautiful things he'd gotten on his trip to northern Japan, to the northern islands of Hokkaido, to the city of Kyoto, and Osaka, where he conducted the Osaka Philharmonic and played. And he got me some real pearls in Japan. Of course, everything there is, the yen value is much less than the dollar value. In other words, they are much cheaper, much, much cheaper there than you could ever buy them in the States. And he got me pearls, and he got Mama a pair of cloisonné earrings, which are very, very beautiful. Mammy, you'll be glad to hear that. Gorgeous ones, you'll love them. We picked up a few things for you here and there. Nothing. The trouble is, everything is really more expensive than we can afford, even though it's only such and such in Malay dollars or Straits dollars or such and such in yen or such and such in rupiah. It's still $100 American money, And so everything that's worth anything, naturally, is pretty expensive. Anyway, he got me pearls, and he got me a princess ring from Siam, Thailand, which is one of those circular things that mounts up like a mountain, beautiful thing. Another gold wedding ring.